Good afternoon, everybody. I am back and ready to keep going. I'd like to apologize for having to take a little break midway through, but unfortunately, real life does take priority over stream, and sometimes I gotta go do things. But we're back for another couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours, which might actually be enough time for us to get through everything. Kind of wish I played my game after my appointment. I think it's more impactful if I don't have to rush. You know what? That's fair. Unfortunately, I feel like whatever game I played would have got the short end of the stick right then. But I do think I got a good experience out of your game store. Hey, Xenon. Welcome back. No, I do think I got a really good experience out of your game still. Maybe if I got time, maybe I'll give it another go through without having to rush it. All right. I think we just get into it. We just start going down the list again. Get everybody's played. So we'll start with Marv the Mechanic. Help him escape before he is lost in time forever. Avoid machine crushing stompers, patrolling robots. Survive 10 loops. All right. Hold on, I need to see something. For some reason, that was stretched way out of proportion. Frosty asks, echoing its stunning seas and iconic architecture, which two prominent colors define the Greek flag? White and green? Find out when the ad's in about a minute. Greek flag is striking combination blue and white. Damn. What is up, Ophidian? And yo, Ophidian Rin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome to the sock drawer. Coffee I made well before I left for my appointment, sat out for an hour, and it's back. Just how I like it. Alright, let's give this a shot real quick. Oh, okay. Good start. Checked your code, and actually, the buff system did work, but for some reason the resources desynced and buff applied were void. Huh. Well, hopefully that's a good... Ah, damn. Hopefully that's a relatively easy fix. Game... Oh. The loop has you for... You only get 3 tries? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Because I'm gonna be real with you, Xenon. I want more of that. Oh, I have 3 tries and limited time on each loop. Oh! Loop 2, 25% less jump. This one's not easy. This one's not easy. Easiest loop of my life. 25% more robots. Ah! You can only get to loop 5? Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. $50% more crushers. You know what? crush this. Watch me crush this. Whew. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna make that. 50% slower. All right. Ugh. I'm a chonky little bean. Whoop. Whew. Revert. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, thankfully, I really only have to hold one button. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Balzarino. No! Oh. Alright, I'm gonna give this one more try. Now I'm gonna give this one more try. Now we're giving it one more try. Whoa. Okay, we taking the low road. You take the low road and I'll take the low road. And then we'll meet in the low road, 'cause it's down low. I wish I knew why the game hung up for a second right there every time. Come on, why no jump? Whew. I also wish I knew why it like hung up there at the start of each level. Oh no. Oh no, you little flat boy, little pancake, little squishy bean. The hard hat, it does nothing. All right. Nothing but some old cold coffee and sheer grit and determination to carry me through this. Ah! Whoop. No, I went to back up. Okay. Well, that was Marv the Mechanic. I like that. Okay. How well did it follow the constraint? I'm gonna give it a 4-star for that. Actually, you know what? We'll bump it up to 5. That gets a 5-star. I actually really like that. Had a good loop to it. Felt nice. For polished control mechanics, I'm gonna give that a 4. I'm gonna give you a 4 on the polish. It felt good. It felt clean. It felt nice. Sorry, little burpee there. The controls were, they did what they felt like they should. Visually, I only got to give you a 3 for the SNES style. It's not like, none of this really says SNES to me. It doesn't look bad. It looks like a new retro game, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like a new game designed to look like a SNES game, which isn't a bad thing. It's just, again, I think it's part of the problem I had with Undying Curse, is it? Where I think there's too many colors represented at once here, which kind of pulls me out of the SNESness of it. But again, I really liked it. It just doesn't, look like a SNES game. Quality and fit the sound effects, I'm gonna give you a 4 on that. It felt very, very chiptune-y. The thumps had some thump to them. The dee-dee-doo, dee-doo-doo-dee-dee-dee. It was all there. Cohesiveness of game elements, again, I'm gonna give that a 4. It was a hard game. It was not easy. You only got to loot 5. I didn't do much better, Ophidian. I did not do much better than that. And that's not like a fault of the game. It's just a challenging game. It's not the easiest game in the world. Again, no issue with that. I think if you wanted to expand this, you could just easily do where like more levels, and after 10 loops on each level, you get a new level. And then you could change up the modifiers. So instead of moving like 25% slower or having 25% less jump, I have 25% more jump. Which you're like, how can that be challenging? Put some spikes on the ceiling. Make it where I have to limit my jump height or like land precisely. And then I'm going faster and I have more jump. Things like that. I think that would actually like really, do different challenges for different levels, could make it interesting. But even for what it is enjoyable. So yeah, there you go. All right. Ophidian, which game did you make or work on? Because if I have not played that yet, I will then play it. You couldn't join this jam, unfortunately? Oh, okay. Well, no worries. I was just going to try to play yours if you did, but that's okay. Now we'll play Loopy Lunatics. Oh, okay. Hold on. It's in another... It did a pop-out thing. Let me get it captured. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. Space to change pivot, up arrow to lengthen box distance, down arrow to shorten box distance, escape to quit. Okay. Ah, I get it. I understand. Okay, I can't hit those either. Okay, this game ain't not easy either. Okay. Hold on, what's this say? Alert, alert. The prisoner from cell 43 have escaped. They appear loopy and seem to be spinning around in an endless loop. Okay, well. Damn. Do I have an objective besides just, like, survive? You couldn't beat this one either? Good. That fills me with confidence. I will say, this is an interesting take on stuck in a loop. Wait for it, wait for it. Now! Strike him! What? That did not. Don't even sit there and lie to me, game. I don't know if I will be able to beat this. Execute lockdown protocol. No one escapes prison. S21. No! The door was there. The door was there, Jim. Okay, that one was on me. Yeah, take some big steps. What? That didn't hit it? I found the unkillable drone. Damn it! We're so close. I can do this. I have to do this. I don't have to do this. I could just stop. Why? Why no death to the drone? What? Damn, he's good. Okay, shorten it up, shorten it up. Tighten up on this. Oh god, oh god. Oh, shorten it up there, Jim. I don't know who Jim is, but one of these guys is now named Jim. That's the only appropriate name for him. Bring it on. Oh, shorten it up and bring it out. Shorten it up. Bring him out. Shorten it up. Keep him short. Keep him short. Short leash. Short leash. Boom, boom. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, at least I'm just, like, right back here. Okay, we're doing better. How many levels are there? Okay, I gotta shorten them up real quick when we get to that one. Okay, shorten them up, and then we, like, move further up the thing. I know how to do it. Okay, shorten them up, land on the thing, immediately lengthen, land on the other one. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do this one. This one's, like, getting tricky. It wasn't easy before, but now it's getting tricky. Okay. We got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. You have created an excellent rage game. Okay, I might not be able to do this one. Really? You didn't even get to this room? The combat became easier once I kind of understand what I was doing. Okay. That's all she wrote for that one. Okay. Loop Lunatic. I am... You know what? I'm going to give you a 5 on the constraint. It's an interesting take on the whole loop mechanic. But I like it. I think it's a neat take on how to do it. So I really enjoy that. How polished were the mechanics? You know what? I'm going to give you a 4 on that. I'd give you a 5, except in that one room with the gaps, there were a couple of times where I fell through the floor. Like, I clearly landed it, and the game was like, but you didn't land it enough. So you got to get a 4 on that one for how... on mechanics. But I did like it. Visually, I'm going to give you a 3 on the SNES style. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a SNES-styled game to me. You've got little pixely guys. You've got a pretty basic floor pattern, but I don't know. Just something about it. It doesn't scream SNES to me, unfortunately. Sounds, I'm going to give you... It's going to be a 3, but I want you to think of it as a high 3. I want you to think of it as like a 3.8. Because I did like the music. I feel like there could be maybe a little more sound to it. Like a gentle whoosh, 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 whoosh of the guy spinning. Maybe do like some explosion noise. Oh, hold on, I thought. Sorry, cat food went off. Maybe do an explosion noise when the drones get hit. You know, just something a little extra to add some like feel to it. Yeah, cohesiveness of game elements. I'm gonna give you a 4 there because I do think what's there is really good. Yeah, yeah, it feels good. You know, you loop around, you smack into drones, try not to hit the walls. Overall, I do like it. Um, I think if you wanted to expand on this, you could do a couple of different things. You could either try to turn it into like a co-op game where, you know, two people have to manage the swinging together and like when to release and all that. That's like one option you could do. Even without that though, I think it works as a solid single player game. I think it's, you know, just a good rage game. Well, not even like a rage game, but just like some good. It's got some interesting mechanics. I would like make sure the hit boxes or the landing boxes or whatever are like better, like fixed a little bit, because there were a couple of times there where like I landed on the edge, but it had me drop through, which is just annoying, especially in a game like this. But I think the potential to turn it into something bigger is there. You could even eventually add pivot points where like it's a column and the person swinging out like makes a 90-degree turn, like the rope hits the column and then they like throw, they get like pivoted up, and then the other person swings around. You could do something like that as like an additional mechanic, but I did like it. All right, anybody here for with any of the other games? All right, we'll play Super Maze Robo. I think I'll just keep going down the list, and if anybody gets here, we'll play their game. I like the homemade Godot logo. I wish to travel across the stars to save my greatest treasure. What's up, Trash? I am back for round 2. Got my appointment taken care of. Everything is Gucci, as the kids say. Is that what the kids say? I don't know. But it's all good. So figured we'd get in here and get a little more jam going. My greatest treasure. Okay, hold on. What's the controls? A and D, left, right, jump. X. Okay, let me try. Okay. No matter how many times it will take. Those were the words of Maze Robo after he chose to chase after shooting robbers. On another worldly group with a fixation on stealing others' valuables, if you so choose, said the scientist. You must go through 3 special warped paths to get to the castle. Understood. With that, Maze Robo was ready to set off for the dangers ahead. Okay, one thing I do want to mention right out the gate. I would double space with that font. Just so you guys know, an ad's going to be starting soon. That font, the kerning of it kind of makes it all run together, so it was really hard for me to read that because it seemed to just merge into one sentence, one word. Okay. Ah! Alright. I've never played a Mega Man game before in my life. So saying this is a Mega Man-like platformer tells me nothing. Good. Good, good. Welcome back. What happened? Didn't I evaporate in a funny fashion? Yes. Yes, you did. You're like, that wasn't funny. That was horrifying. And how am I back here? This is the power you wished for. The power to save your greatest treasure. No matter how many times it takes, I have the power to go back in time, even back to the first Thanksgiving. Nope, you're just stuck in a time loop. Ah, man. The boss does this to every loser that decides to chase after him. You work for the shooting robbers. Did you really believe it was coincidence that a stranger is offering you magic powers after you've been robbed? Yes. Look, I feel bad for you, so I left a gift to make the trip easier. You gotta get yourself out of this situation. Thanks. I'm ready to go back now. With that, the Maze Robo is really ready to set off for the dangers ahead. Alright, let's see what Frosty's I gotta say. Newscast update from Mort's stream. Ophidian feeling challenged, missed out on the jams and good vibes though. They couldn't conquer the current level either. Meanwhile, Trash is back for another round, catching up with Ophidian in the chat. In the chat wave, it's a friendly reunion as we slam into more gaming action. Gotta get this gameplay tonight when you get a chance. Mega Man games, and you are Heart. I never played Mega Man. I didn't even jump. I hit the wrong button. Hello? Gosh dang it. Even with my gift, you still fail. How disappointing. It's not my fault. The way to his castle is a death trap. Next to every floor, there's a bottomless pit or a bed of spikes. Everybody is either trying or waiting to kill me. Don't you have any more gifts? It's either the right key to use your new gift. Given your creepy response, I'll take that as a no. Ugh, I thought you felt bad for me. I do, but you still got yourself into this situation. You're not giving up, are you? Nope, just giving a rant. Good. Because you couldn't even if you wanted to. Because you're in a time loop. Actually, it's more like a death loop. Hey, isn't that copyrighted? Yep. Robotic sigh. I know you said you don't have any more gifts, but do you have any tips to give me before I head back? Get good. That's it. Send me off. That Maze Robo was ready to set off. For real this time. Alright, I'll give you points. I like the dialogue. Okay. Didn't know when that was going to happen. I do not know if I will be able to finish this game. I was going to jump! Hello, nice to re-meet you. Ugh. That was my advice. Clearly it didn't work since I'm back here. Like I said, you've either got to get good or get out. You didn't say that last part. Right, probably because you can't get out. Because I'm in a time loop. Yep. So I'm surprised. Most don't last this long after dying once. They usually accept their loss and try to live in the loop. I've seen fully grown adults cry at the thought of trying again. And here you are, ready for round 3. You haven't even shed a tear. Just gotta ask, what's your greatest treasure? Something important, something irreplaceable. Well, it's really that important? Are you ready to try again? You bet I am. Good. Then get to it. That Maze Robo was really ready to set off. Ready for the dangers ahead. I'm sorry, Maze Robo. You will probably die many more times, if I'm honest. How many? Many, many. Oh, thank God I didn't think I was going to make it. I don't like this thing. Don't like that either. Really, through the thing? I don't know what this, like, just constant wet noise is. Oh God, my greatest enemy. Platforms. What? Okay. No! Oh! Okay, that's I can't do this game, and part of it is the looping sound in the background, whatever that was. How well did it follow the constraint? I am going to give you a 5 on that because you even just acknowledged that you're in a loop. Like you're just like, yeah, bro, you in a time loop. Have fun. Um, so that was, I can't give you less than a 5 for that. You're just like, yeah, this is a loop. Loop, there it is. How polished are the mechanics? I will give you... I'm going to give you a 4 on that. Everything I experienced felt pretty polished, but... I don't know. I didn't experience a lot, I'll say. So there's probably some mechanics I didn't interact with. So I'm just going to give you a 4 on that. Visually, I'm sorry, but I got to give you like a 2 for that. It doesn't look like a SNES game. It just kind of, it has like an MS Paint feel to it, which isn't a bad thing in and of itself. Like, that's the style you're going with. That's perfectly fine. Um, I just don't, it's not a SNES looking game. At least not to me. Quality and sound, I'm going to give you a 3 on that. I could give you higher, but I don't know what that... I can't even, like, do it. That, like, wet noise in the background was. That just kept looping over and over again. I did not like it. Cohesiveness of game elements, I'll give you a 4 on that, because I do think it all came together pretty well. Ultimately, because I didn't really get super far into it, I'm hesitant to say what I would recommend doing to like expand upon it. But if you wanted to, I would suppose just add more levels to it, kind of refine the levels a little bit. But from what I really played, the levels didn't need a whole lot of refinement. They seemed manageable if I just wasn't really bad at that game. and if it wasn't for the noise in the background that was kind of driving me insane. But overall, I do feel like it's a pretty solid, like, little platformer for what it is. All right. Next we have Radical Rat versus The Lab. Vampire scientists have trapped you in a cage. Escape the lab before they turn you into one of their mindless rat goons. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move and press J to attack. This is a fun one. Good. You're out of your cage, but you're not free yet. Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine. Oh, I didn't read that. You have 1 minute to escape the lab. Good luck. Looks like the vampires left some ancient power ruins lying around. Pick them up to permanently gain ancient powers. This window is shut. Maybe you can find an open window to escape through. God, the rat goons take a lot of health, a lot of hits. Key blast. Press K to fire. Gain levitation. Hold U to float and move over acid spills in between tables. If you land on table, you'll be in trouble. Tack up, alright. No! Finally updated game. The game should feel a whole lot easier now. The buffs as incentives for quality of life was also introduced alongside a small boss nerf. Hopefully nothing breaks down. I might try to play it later, give you some feedback on it. Okay, can I... No. I like his face whenever you're hovering. Ah, there it is. Rip. Like New Story, mostly bug fixes and balancing. I mean, still. Sometimes U doesn't work. Oh god. Ah. I just noticed his tail is on fire. Damn it! We're gonna get this. This acid is gonna be the death of me. Also, I'm gonna be real, the key blast feels kind of pointless. Well, now it's going. Why was it not doing that before? Okay, never mind. The key blast does not feel useless anymore. Okay, I hit you. What? What? The game's breaking on me. I can no longer move. The game froze. Okay, hold on. I'll give that one more go. But the game did kind of just break on me. Showed up at the stream and had to immediately leave. Well, welcome back. Oh, rip, alright. Okay, it actually travels this time. I didn't seem to like your... I did like your game. Who says I didn't like your game? How do I get over there? I might have enough time to do that. Damn. I think I can do it. I think I can. I gotta go across and then I go from that corner. But no, I enjoyed your game. I was a little confused by it at points, but I enjoyed it. We're gonna get that. Can I move? Oh, okay, I can move diagonal. I was there. I was... Okay, I need to get my levitation up. Okay, well, you know what? He's trapped forever. I can't hit him. I just got bullied. Surprising considering your last game literally starred me. I mean, can't blame you. Supposed to be confused. That's part of the piecing together the story. Told you exactly what to do to be done with the game in like 45 seconds. However fast it takes you to walk each location. No, that's fair. I was just a little confused by things. Why just die? How am I to get this then, if not with the upgraded levitation? Ah! This one's on point with the SNES. Oh, 100%. But why just die? Okay, the game broke itself again. Okay. So that's all of that. Following constraint, I'm gonna give you a 5 on that. You're in that loop. You have 1 minute, get out, do what you can, get sent back. So a 5 on the loop there. How polished were the mechanics? A 3. Sometimes my key blast just wouldn't go more than a couple of feet. Sometimes I would just die while hovering for no reason. Hitboxes felt a little wonky. Things got stuck. Conceptually really good, but the mechanics, they needed some work. Visually, I'm going to give you a 5 on that. It looked like a SNES game. Like, dead ass. Like, from the background to the character design. I really liked it. Also, Radical Rat is a great character. Just, I mean, look at this guy. He's got like a little black shirt on, sunglasses, looks like a necklace or something. His tail's on fire. Fantastic character for a game. Like, he's a great mascot character, right? I'm gonna give you a 4 on the sound effects. I think it did really well. For the sound, I feel like the music fit very appropriately. You're like, vampires have kidnapped you to run experiments on you. So it's got like a spooky chiptune beat going on. Cohesiveness of elements. Again, I'm going to give you a 3 though, just because like there were some pretty serious bugs, and like the game twice just got to a point where I couldn't play it. Like it just broke itself on like the 6th loop or something like that. Which sucks because I did want to get to the end of it, but I just couldn't. The name makes it sound like he's about to join an anti-government group. Radical Rat, you stand accused of you're on trial with charges of domestic terrorism. How do you plead? Squeak. But yeah, if you could fix the bugs, like the things that made the game like, literally crash on me, where I would just randomly die while hovering, I think it would improve it a lot. I would also, I don't know why J, K, and U are your like abilities there, especially because you were like WASD to move. This is mouse shit. All I did was steal some cheese wheels, man. Now, like with WASD being moved, put hover on the space bar, left click for attack and key blast. And it's just a much more intuitive control scheme. Unless it's like designed for controller, which I could possibly see. I feel like a lot of these, in retrospect, a lot of these were designed for controller. But I would like standardize the controls a bit more for it. Um, Honestly, as far as if you wanted to expand on this, because that's what I've done, that's what I do, I talk about how to expand it and all that. The only thing I could really think of is just kind of turn it into like a roguelike where every run's a little different. Keep the loot mechanics, but make it procedurally generated or something like that. That's really the only thing I can think of because if you keep Radical Rat as the main character, why does he keep getting caught? Why does he keep having to like do this? Unless you come up with a story reason why he like loops back every minute. I don't know. But there's potential there. I feel like regardless what was there before I had to like keep restarting, it was fun. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Now we've got hit me, Cappy, one more time. Actually, tell you what, give me 1 second. We're about to hit an ad break, and I really got to use the bathroom. So I'm going to use the bathroom, and then when I get back, we'll just keep going. Now, my ad thing broke, so I don't know where we're at on that. Frosty asks, who rocked the music charts with Maybelline as their first hit in 1955? No idea. Chuck Berry burst onto the music scene in 1955, hit Maybelline. Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. I don't know the lyrics to Maybelline. I've never heard that song in my life. All right. Now we've got Hit Me Cappy One More Time. How to play it. Jump over rocks. Finish input prompts to throw fish. Let's try easy to start. Whoop. Oh, I get it. Okay. This guy can take a lot of fish. No! Alright. Let's give it another shot. Gotta keep my croc friend alive. Keep him free. Come on, give me a fish. Come on. Awesome! Alright, let's see if I can do it on normal. Nope. Oh, if you miss an input, you just lose the fish. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Whoop. Damn it. All right, we went on easy and normal. Okay. Hit me, Cappy, one more time. How well did it follow a constraint? It didn't at all. There's not a loop there. Like, just because you go on the same course and the course looks the same does not mean it's a loop, right? Like, you're very clearly just going down the river. So I don't think there's any real loop to the game. How polished were the mechanics? I will say, I'll give you a 4 on that. It did feel very polished. I mean, you know, it's jump, quick time event to throw the fish, throw a fish. You know. But it felt polished. It felt good. Visually, I'm going to give you a 3-star on the SNES style. Cappy and the Croc looked very SNES-like. You're not a loop. How could you say that to me, Store? I tried really hard. You know, I do these streams. I play these games to be entertaining. And you just come in. Like, you're not a loop. All right? You don't know how hard I try every day. And this is the thanks I get. What if that's what I sounded like when I cried? What if when I like started to cry, I was just like, but yeah, it did. Can I make that a redeem? Just make that noise. I'm not making that a redeem. I can't do that to the good people of this channel. Visually, again, you know, I think it looked kinda SNES-like, but not super SNES. It's not like SNES, you know, but it was decent enough. Quality, I'll give you a 4. I thought the sound was pretty good for the game. I enjoyed that. Cohesiveness of elements, I'm gonna give you a 3. I think it came together pretty well. If you wanted to expand on that, make the loop longer. You know, add some different challenges or something. Maybe make a level where you go through a cave, so there's like you can't jump too high. Just different things. Really, as it stands, I'm not sure there's a lot you could expand with besides adding just more to it, like some more levels. But I liked what was there. It was fun. All right. Jumping mushrooms. Okay, we're going to circle back to jumping mushrooms because everything else so far has been play in browser. So we're going to try to do all the... Okay, here we go. We're going to try to do all the play in browser ones first. Man, they're making Windows 12 already and it's going to be all AI. Yeah, I heard. It's going to be modular, made with AI, and be subscription based. And I'm already out here with the current iteration of Windows trying to switch to Linux. So, like, I'm not doing that. Okay. The real SNES game. Stuff. Make a real SNES game, maybe even playable on real hardware. We made the art, the code, the music, all original. The game is completely finished. It'll be made changes after jam is over. Okay, ZX. Okay, well... Am I shooting ghosts with knives? The ghosts have knives, to be clear. I'm not shooting a ghost that is in possession, or I'm not shooting a ghost with a knife. Like, I don't have a knife that shoots. The ghost that is being shot has a knife. So I'm gonna... Here. There we go. But yeah, Store, I'm with you. I am also ready to switch off of Windows. Oh, is this a boss fight? Okay, well, I'm getting my ass kicked. You've won the battle, not the eternity. I'll reset the timeline. Okay. Okay, well, apparently I've already won the battle. Alright, is there a way out of the loop? Okay. I feel like that's all there is to that game. Um, okay. How well did it follow the constraint? I will give that a 4-star. It loops. It does loop. It just does keep looping back on itself. But, um, like, it keeps looping back on itself, but I don't know. It's like Marv the Mechanic, for example. You loop, but things change. If things change, is it a true loop? But in this one, nothing changes, but it feels like, okay, once you beat it once, there's no point in continuing to go. So I don't know. So I'm going to give it a 4-star because I feel like I want some form of advancement through the loop other than getting to the end of the loop, beating the boss, and just starting the loop over again, if that makes sense. But they said they're planning on updating. Saying it needs to be the same to be a loop when you played your game. Yeah. Well, so to be a loop, it does need to be the same, right? Like it needs, if things change, it's not a loop. But if nothing changes, then there's not a lot of gameplay potential, right? It's a catch-22, I think is the term. I need to try to replay your game when I'm not in a rush. Give you some private feedback. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say on that. How polished were the mechanics? I am going to give that a 4. 3? 4? 3 or 4? I'm going to give it a 4. Why were you washing your hands? I said I need to play your game again in my free time and like when I'm not under a time crunch. Um, I'll give you a 4 for game mechanics. It did feel pretty good. Your dog has pink eye and you don't want it. You know what? That's fair. I also wouldn't want dog pink eye. How would it? Okay, so I'm making it 5-star for visuals and sound effects. These motherfuckers made an actual SNES game. All right. I've got an appointment tomorrow. In the meantime, you have to clean her eye gunk. I got you. Yeah, I would also be washing my hands. I wouldn't want dog pink eye. Um, but yeah, they made like an actual SNES game. Apparently, it looks like a SNES game. It sounds like a SNES game. I mean, I gotta give you 4 stars or 5 stars on that one for both of those. Cohesiveness of elements. I am only going to give you a 3 for that because well, everything was there, and you could loop. I don't know. It feels like it needs more. That said, you guys did say you want to update it after the jam period. So like I mean, potentially there could be a full game here. I don't know. Um, Because I will say, like, if you wanted to expand on this, which it sounds like you do, I would add more to the level. Maybe make something change in the loop when you go back through different enemies, different platforming. Maybe every time you loop, the level gets a little bigger. Something like that. I don't know. But you guys, it sounds like you have plans for it already, so I'm not going to tell you how to do your thing. But yeah, that was Lost Palace. Okay, that's a download. All right, now we have Reiterate, which is a great, or I'm sorry, Iteration. Okay, well, Reiterate is a great name for a loop game. It's a great name for that. Can I not full screen? All right, I can't full screen. Head to Miss Salazar's class. That's in floor 2 of the academy, way north. Wait, you're my classmate. Why are we talking about this? Haha, just messing with you. Don't give me that look. Alright, so I can't full screen this. Alright. The right room would be 2A, not this one. The right room? Oh. Real SNES game, you would be able to make full screen without some distortion. I mean, I guess that's fair. Those were stairs. Hey, you're awfully late, you know. He was already in the research field. I got bored, so I removed every item in the room. Head to the north research field downstairs. I'll explain your assignment there. Go on. You ever take so long getting to class that your teacher removes every item from the room waiting for you? Hold on, let me... I'm very curious what Wind Phase 14 means. About time, okay? Oh, small class today, no? Just kidding. The others have started their independent projects already. You'll probably find them around the field. So what you'll need to do is collect the essence of wind spirits. That's what I'm calling them, at least. They react to changes in wind phases. Study their behavior after the wind phase 12, which is when they begin to wander. Please bring me essence from all 3 that live near the academy. What exactly do you need it for? There's something I want to do with them. No, I need to do it. Well, off you go. I'll be around if you need anything. Somewhere, I guess. Something funny to notice is that they change shape when you get real close. I forgot to mention, when you get all the wind spirits, you need to do one more thing. Talk to me in room 2A, the classroom we were in earlier. After you get the wind spirits essence, though, please do not come empty-handed. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm what they call a wind spirit. Don't think I didn't hear the lady with red hair. Want some of my essence, don't you? And you'll have to earn it. Prove to me that you can handle our essence responsibly. Can you dance crazy? Show me your moves. I'll show you mine. Ah. What the fuck am I doing? Did I do it? I don't understand. Okay, let's go talk to somebody else. That was a very Y2K core. There is nobody else to talk to. So, collecting those wind spirits? Turbulent. Know what they look like, you'll find them. They're all ghostly looking, so they stand out. I saw one earlier here in the research field. It introduced itself as Mark. Ha! You don't guess what happened next. Mark danced crazy. Ah, there's two spirits south of the academy. Get the rest in the talk room 2A. I can't accept them out here in the open. Well, see ya. Alright, can I go talk to the other ones? Alright, are you a wind spirit? Did you see me? Haha, just kidding. I'm doing my project right now. She assigned me to watch people do their project. I'm having so much fun. I ate 3 burritos for lunch. Got into class earlier, you could have gotten some. I tried saving you one, but I was so bored I ate it. Sorry, lunch is on me next time. See what you want? I can lend you my site, but it'll be up to you to use it wisely. Be careful who you trust it with. See what you want? Okay. Get! Did I do it? Is this what you wanted? I've given you what I can. May the future be in your reach. I like the minigame. I don't understand what I'm doing. Have something you want? No? Very well then. Get! Alright, so I've got 2 of the 3 wind spirits. Can you dance with all the eyeballs of the wind? Can you dance with all the eyeballs of the wind? Alright, well, Mark's freaking crazy. Can you dance crazy? Show me your move! Show me your moves! Show me your moves! Get! Damn, you got some moves. Oof. We've got my essence. I'll rest here for now. Good luck doing whatever it is you wanted. Alright, well, so, collecting those wind spirits, turbulent. If you don't know where you find them... Alright. Alright, back to the classroom. This is it. Once you talk to Miss Salazar, there's no going back. You can consider whether or not you're happy with your attained wind spirits. Yeah, I'm good with it. So this is it, huh? You have what I need. Going over the wind spirits. Thank you. Now we can reshape the world. You close your eyes and you think how the world could be reshaped. Every day counts, 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 counts. So maybe all you have to do is relive. You get it now, don't you? Okay, head into Salazar's. Okay, so that's the game. Just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. Okay. How well did it follow the constraint? I'm only gonna give you a 2-star on that. Technically, it does loop, but you beat the whole game before it loops, and the loop is just replaying the game. And I would argue in that sense, every game loops. Because I could pick up any game, play it to fruition, and then play it again. And therefore it loops. So I'm only going to give you a 2 on that. How polished were the game mechanics? You know, weirdly enough, I'm going to give you a 4. I don't know what the fuck I was doing when I was dancing and clicking on eyeballs and all that. Again, very Y2K core. And I mean that as a compliment. So I'm going to give you a 4 on that. Yeah. Whatever crack house fever dream I just experienced gets 4 stars. SNES style, I'm going to give you a 3 on that, and I feel like I'm being kind of generous there. I don't feel like it's a SNES style. It looks more like Undertale to me. But I'll give you a 3 just because I do believe it was more styled for SNES than a 2-star deserves. It's more deserving than a 2-star, but it's definitely not. It's barely a 3, I'll say. I just don't think it looks like a SNES game. Quality and sound, I'm going to give you a 3 on that as well. The music was there, and it was good. But overall, I think it could have been a little more SNESy. There could have been some more sound effects going on. But you did have, like, some good music with it. Cohesiveness of game elements. You know what? Oddly enough, I'm going to give you a 4 on that one again. It was weird. It was freaky. It was funky. But I liked it. Hold on. Sorry, I dropped something. I was twiddling a pair of nail clippers in my hands, and the little piece that like binds them together just flew off onto the floor somewhere. So that's kind of crazy that just happened. Anyways, yeah, if you wanted to expand on that, sorry, I would kind of explain what the hell you're doing. Maybe add some different spirits that you have to battle. Like if you're trying to reshape the world with your teacher, you know, you can explain that kind of at the beginning, I feel like, and not really lose anything by doing so. And then maybe just add some more spirits to fight, some more stuff you have to do to get... Well, not even fight. Like, you have to dance with or click on. I don't know how to phrase what you do there. But again, I enjoyed it. But yeah, that was... Reiterate. Okay, so then... Morpho. Okay. Futuristic first-person Metroidvania. Press start. Okay, here we go. Am I supposed to be able to see anything here? Capture thing about the entire game using Nintendo Entertainment System SNES palette. Um, 3SD, mouse to look, click, shoot if unlocked, 1, 2, 3, X, escape, okay. Okay, here's what we're just gonna give that a little refresh. Let's hear what Frosty had to say. The shouted corners of Mort's chat, tale of loops and laughs unfold. Stewart plays the enigmatic game designer. Where words a cryptic puzzle of agreement and jest. Amidst the banter, a personal subplot emerges. A canine with pink eye. A vet's appointment looming. Through it all, the minigame finds unexpected favor in this digital noir saga. Okay, well, I can't full screen it. Ah. Oh. Okay. Did anybody else play this? Morpho? Because like I don't know what I'm looking at here. Okay, I'm just gonna I am not going to rate this game because I couldn't play it. I couldn't get it to work. If I can get the game to, somebody can give me like a download of the game, I'd be more than happy to stream it and play it. But yeah, I'm not gonna rate this because I just can't because I didn't play it. If anything changes and I'm able to play it, I would love to rate it. But player is insta killing itself. Okay, a lot of people. A lot of people are having that issue. So I don't know what's going on. If you get it working, I would be more than happy to play it. Even if it's outside the jam period, I would love to try to stream it for just a few minutes. But as it stands now, I obviously cannot. So sorry about that. All right. So now we have these 3 games that we need to download to play, so I wanted to wait until... Let's just download them all real quick. Okay. And then the corruption cycle. Okay. We get this do. Oh yeah, I need to turn off that. Perfect. Okay, hold on. Let me... There's a manual with this game. Okay, well, I don't know what this manual says because I don't read the language from beyond the stars and time. So unfortunately, that does not help me. Meeting. Have a good rest of stream. Have a good one, Store. Thanks for hanging out, man. I will catch you later, my guy. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay, so... All right, my tank's going. Okay. My tank is going. Okay, well, my tank is dead. All right, that's that game. I don't know what to do there. For the constraint, I'm going to give you at best a 3, just because I didn't see any example of the loop. I'm assuming there is a loop there, however. I just never got to see it. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and give you um, I'm going to give you a 3. How polished are the mechanics? I got to give you a 2 on that. I don't know what any of the mechanics were. I was barely able to get units to move. And that's only because I read in the comments that it's an RTS. Um, um, yeah, like I have no idea what's happening there. And I couldn't even begin to speculate. How well did it follow? I will give you a 4-star on that. I do think it looks very SNESy. You know, it's got like a nice SNES look to it. So I'll give you a 4-star on that, I feel like. Sound effects, I'll give you a 4 on that as well. There was some music. It was pretty good. It was decent. It wasn't like the most interesting music for any of the games, but it wasn't bad music by any means. And there were sound effects. I heard gunfire. I heard explosions. That's kind of all I heard, but I did hear them, so they were there. So I will give you a 4 for both of those. Cohesiveness of game elements, again, that's getting a 2 because I don't know what elements were really there. I was barely able to get anyone to move. If you wanted to expand on this, I would, for start, add at least a pop-up or something that tells me what the controls are. Because I have no idea what I was trying to click on things, I was trying to do stuff, nothing was happening. So at minimum, I would do a like an explanation of controls. A full-on tutorial would be preferable, I feel like. Now that said, this is like, it seemed like this was like an RTS or at least a turn-based tactics kind of game. So if you want to expand on that, I feel like that's one of the easier ones and like a fairly easy game to expand upon because you just get some more cities, you make a few more levels, and you have a full-fledged game. I would really tighten up kind of the controls or see what you can do with that. Sorry. All right, now we're going to do Dungeon Loop. Which I believe the folder for this is just called Deliverable. Okay. Left the cell open again. Ah! I'm going back to my cell. Look, you won. I'm here. Must have been the wind. Okay, well. Don't know how that worked. You need the key. Son of a bitch. I can't look up or down. I can only look left or right. Oh, buddy, he found me. Key acquired. Can I take anything else with me? Like, shit, grab a sapphire or something, my dude. Okay, alright. You see what? What? Must have been. That's right. It was the wind. Because I'm fast as the wind. Hey, Automod caught a bot. Good for Automod. Thought you could catch me. You didn't find shit, guard. Okay, so that was that game. That was Dungeon Loop. Okay. Follow a constraint. Again, I'm gonna give that a 2-star for the same reason I did with that other one, where I felt like I beat the game, so there is not inherently a loop there, because once I beat the game, I'm just restarting the game. So it's not much of a loop, I'm just restarting. How polished were the mechanics? I'm gonna give you a 3-star on that one. I mean, all I could really do is run around, jump, and look left and right. So there wasn't really a lot there, but what little there was very well polished. The only real issue I can think of off the top of my head is when I was walking, I had to jump to climb the stairs. I did not just walk up the stairs, which isn't even really an issue, but that is a thing we had to deal with. Visually, I'm sorry, I gotta give you a 2. I don't think this looked like a SNES game, like at all. But that said, I actually do really like the look of it. I would love to see more of a game in this style, because whereas I don't think it looks like a SNES game, I do think it has a good visual appearance to it. It's got a nice art style going on. I'll give you a 3 on the quality and fit of the sound effects. Like, there was some background music. It wasn't loud. There wasn't a lot of it. I just realized. Hold on. Did that capture at all? Okay, no, it didn't. It's hard being dumb. I'm sorry. Okay, I will replay this game again. Okay. I will replay this game again because I did not get it to capture. I forgot to capture it. I am actually just stupid. Um, I can't believe I did that. So yeah. I was expecting the review to be like 30 minutes. It took 8 minutes. That's actually really funny. So Story, you just missed it. I played this entire game, was talking about, like, was rating it, and then realized I forgot to capture the game. So I got to replay it real quick. And now I know what to do. It's not... Probably not as entertaining watching a professional handle this, but... Why can't you at Ophidiran? I don't know. Okay, and that was the game. And you restart and it just takes you back here. He might not be in chat anymore. That's my best guess. Okay. Anyways, cohesiveness of game elements. I will give you 4 on that, because what elements were there did cohese pretty well. You know, they were cohesive. They came together decently well. Played a bunch of the games. I thought I have chimed in when you hit the game that had issues. Apparently, I looked in the comments. A lot of people had that issue. the comments were actually just full of people who were like, hey, it didn't launch, or if it, like, having the same issue I did. Which is unfortunate. And like I told the person who made the game, if they get it working, I will 100% stream it, even if it's outside of jam voting period. So that's up to them. But I have not rated it either because it doesn't work, and I'm not going to rate it if it doesn't work. Okay. So, yeah, I would... If you wanted to expand this, I would honestly just make a bigger level, like a bigger area for you to run around in. Add maybe more levels, or maybe make it procedurally generated and like randomized, so that way every time you go through, it's like a little different. I would say if you're gonna do anything on this, make the guards a little faster, because getting caught had literally no consequences. The guards could spot me and I could just run and jump over them in no time, or like past them and away from them in like no time whatsoever. All right. And now we have the corruption cycle, which I already have downloaded. That started in the smallest window you have ever seen in your entire life. All right, corruption cycle. Okay. So I shoot fireballs. Everybody's house is locked. So right off the gate, right off the bat, out the gate, sometimes I just can't walk up a slope for some reason. Game over. Try that again. Okay, get rid of those guys. I will say visually, I feel like this has a very good, like, maybe not full-fledged SNES, but like it's got a very good style to it. I like the clouds, very Mario Bros. Actually, no, I would argue this is full SNES. I didn't jump. I didn't jump. All right, speed run. I want to know why my guy's just continually being struck by lightning from like a 1980s movie. This dude is all three of the Rice Krispie elves in one go because he snaps, he crackles, and he pops. Go for it, Talbon. Whoa! Ah! Just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. Whoa! Yeah, I don't want to restart this. I would like to win it. Okay, well, that was that. I'm not going through that again. Just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. All right, that was the last one. I'm gonna give you a 3-star because I'm assuming once I beat the cloud guy, it was gonna do another. It was gonna loop me back to the beginning. It's just hold on. That's my best guess there. That captured, right? I set that to capture, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, thank God. But again, that doesn't feel like much of a loop. It feels like you just beat the game, so you restart. How well polished were the mechanics? I'm going to give you a 5 on that. I thought the mechanics were actually very well polished. The jumping felt very tight. The fireball felt very good. So you submitted this 52 minutes before the deadline, so you were working on it up until the end, up until the buzzer. I can assume, and it shows. It shows. Yeah, the platforming was tight. The fireball was good. I kind of would have liked to be able to bounce on enemies without taking damage, but that's not a huge deal. Altogether, I do think it was very well done. Visually, I'm going to give you a 5-star as well. And sound design, I'm going to give you a 5-star. You got 3 5-stars right there. Frosty's asking, which towering figure in the operatic world made headlines for his relationship with Nicoletta Mantovani? Brother man, you could tell me almost anything about who dated Nicoletta Mantovani, and I would believe it. No, I think it looked like a SNES game from the loaf of bread clouds that are very reminiscent of Mario games. To the foreground, like the ground you run up. It looks so much like a Mario game, you're gonna get sued by Nintendo. They're already drafting the letters. Their lawyers have mailed them. They are on the way. So it was nice knowing you, before Nintendo utterly destroys the game. Yeah. Sound design, I thought the music was really good. I thought it had like a good chiptune, good SNES sound to it. Same with the sound effects. I thought they sounded era appropriate. Cohesiveness of game elements, I'm going to give you a 4 on that one. Because again, I feel like the goat elements were cohesing very well. I feel like they were very well done. Let's see. Frosty said Nicoletta Mantovani was in a relationship with her, in spotlight for relationship with legendary tenor Luciano Pavarotti. Ah, of course, Pavarotti. Yeah, no, I think the game elements came together really well in a good way. Even if I didn't beat the game, I feel like it elemented itself very well. Okay. So, Ophidian, the one we were having issues with, let me refresh this to make sure that's the only one I have left to. Okay. Yeah. Morpho would not work. A lot of other people in the comments said the same thing. They couldn't get it to work. You can play that one? Okay. So yeah, to the dev of Morpho, if you get it fixed, if the people that work at UDAM Health Insurance called yesterday again thinking we finally fixed my shit so you can get medications. Turns out the person on the phone did fucking nothing. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely brilliant, Pierre. You do not have... I don't blame you one bit. You should just start recording your phone conversations with them so that way, and be like, hey, what's your employee number? So that way I can reference back to that you did this if I need to. And then when nothing happens, you can be like, cool, so it was employee blah, 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 who fucked my shit up. All right. But yeah, to the Morpho dev, if you can get this fixed, if you can get it fixed and working, I would love to stream it. But as it stands currently, I cannot. Okay, well, that was all the games for the SNES style graphics jam. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun. I liked all the games. There were some really good games in this. I honestly, the worst one I played, because all the games were really good. Um, One person fucked your shit up months ago and you've been trying to fix it since then. Nobody fucking knows how, or they just transfer you to another department. Useless idiots. Yeah, it sounds like it. Um, I'm so sorry you're dealing with that, Pierre. Like, legitimately, that is awful. Really solid entries. 100%. I'm thinking the worst one I played, and it was still really good, was Hit Me Cappy One More Time. Um, and I'm only saying that because there was no loop involvement. Like, it was still a really solid game. It just didn't loop or really meet the constraints. Um, out of your one, you're out of one of your meds and gonna be out of the bladder control one soon, bruh. Yeah, I would be like, bro. 600 for both? Oh my god. That is actually insane. No, I'd 100% call them and be like, "Look, I'm not paying my insurance until you get this fixed because I need to save up money for my medicine." That's absolutely wild. Um Very rare type of diabetes where you can't control your water intake. If you already know this, but if they are who they manufacturers, they have a copay or card or patient assistance program. Not being able to control your water intake is also insane, in a completely different way. Um, but yeah, no, very very solid entries this year. Um, she cannot confirm nor deny. Cozy just crazy smart like that. No, some really, really solid entries this year for this jam. Um, I feel like almost all of these could be expanded upon. Could be turned into like full Steam releases with like that are multiple hours long with like there's solid foundations here. Other manufacturers copay cards and people just don't know. They'll cover the patient's out of pocket costs. Yeah, hopefully they have that so you can like get your shit because that's insane. Um, but yeah, no, I enjoyed playing all of these. Like there wasn't a game here that I didn't enjoy for the most part. Very very solid entries all around. Uh, Everybody who worked on these, you should be very happy with yourself. You should be very proud. Um, because you deserve to be. These were very good games. All right. I do have to go though, unfortunately. I really got to use the bathroom. Um, and then I got to go to the grocery store. If you're unable to get one, you'll need to see your insurance. Has something called a copay accumulator. You can use the copay card regardless if you get one. If you have an accumulator on your plan, it will determine if it counts towards your out-of-pocket max or not. Girl, you might as well be speaking French for all I understood that. Um, but yeah, listen to her, Pierre. She knows what's up. And thank you so much, Ophidan. Ophindian. Thank you. For the follow. Thanks for tuning in. See you next jam. I hope so. I will catch you guys later. Let's see if we got enough people to rate out. And I will be posting this video. The videos for the jams will be going up on YouTube tomorrow. And I will be posting them in Store's Discord. So anybody who missed the stream, can get in there and can watch the video and see what I had to say about them if they're interested. They don't have to, obviously. Who's around? See, I rated Sir Magic earlier. Tell you what, somebody's playing Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. I have no idea. I've never played that game. But I'll drop you guys off there. Who doesn't like a good Castlevania game? All right. Have a great night, guys. Adios, and I will see y'all probably later tonight with me and Catcher playing some Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. Oh, the last thing I see before we raid is delicious wall meat.